Morning traders, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So starting off in the daily, I've been saying it for a couple of days, this pattern that we had here is a fairly strong bullish warning, and you can see how we had the gap up and sort of the runaway. So this is pretty much there's a bit of a head and shoulders here, but you'll see that on the lower time frames. And we've had a bit of a turn, but the trend is still down. If you look at the moving average at the moment, the trend is still violently to the downside. So the 3 hour has changed. We have a trend change. And let's just get the neckline in. There's our neckline. Here's our shoulder. So let's just do this. That's our pretty much a range as well. But we have a shoulder here, head, and shoulder. Okay, so pretty much that break should give us a upside target of something like this. Okay, so kind of slap bang in the middle of nowhere. So I would do two targets. The first one is going to be there, picking up these inside tails, and the next one is going to be sort of at that gap close. Okay, so US markets had a really good run yesterday. The DAX had a pretty good run yesterday as well. But we do have a bit of divergence happening on the moving averages, and we're also in extreme overbought territory right now. So as you start drilling down through the lower time frames, you're going to see a lot of different things happening. Okay, so trend at the moment on the hour is obviously very strong to the upside. If we look at the DAX futures right now, we are sitting fairly soft at 0.5% up. Okay, we do have some levels here. We've got the 200 EMA on the hour. We've got a level just above us here as well, and that is 9,900. We are overbought right now. So my advice to you, pretty much same as yesterday. Stick to the lower time frames and trade the lower time frames. Okay, wait for that first hour of trading to happen. So from 9 until 10 South African time, or I think it's probably the same time in Germany at the moment. But wait for that first hour of trading to happen, and then just trade with these trend lines. You'll probably find that the 15 or the 12 minutes going to give you a better indication of what's going on. Okay, so you can see there, trend is up. You're looking for longs. Don't trade the first move. Wait for the pullback. There's your entry there. Go with the trend and stay going with the trend until the moving averages cross over and it starts moving to the downside. Or you start getting this kind of price action up and above the moving averages. Then take your profit or take your loss, depending where you got in, and wait it out. You can see here's another one here. So there's no clear direction, but as soon as you start seeing the moving averages giving you clear indication of where it is, your entry is going to be below the lowest fractional or above the highest, the next fractional to the upside. Okay, so I think we're probably going to have a little bit more of a run to the upside, to be honest. There are a few levels, and it wouldn't surprise me if this gap gets targeted as well. But just be warned, it is extremely overbought at the moment on the lower time frames. High time frames, a different story, but lower time frames indicating there's some kind of a pullback coming. Okay, so my advice today really is go with the trend. It's looking like the trend is up. It would be nice to see another day of green, but don't hold your breath too much on it. So get down to your lower time frames, look for your fractional breaks, and you can see there's my first fractional break right there. Okay, so that is my area of interest right now, and my stop is below 9589. So at the moment, your stop is pretty much almost 100 points at the moment, which is fairly rich on the DAX. But just keep your position size small and go with the flow. But I think for me, not going to chase the long at the open. Definitely going to wait for a sort of structure or a pullback to carry on going with the trend on the hour. Okay, so I'll be using the hour as my trend line and looking to carry on with this to the upside. If we start going sideways, which is more than likely on the 200 EMA here, start going sideways like this, wait it out, you'll probably see a range form, and then you're going to take the break of the range, either to the upside or the downside, and with a stop above or below the top or bottom of the range, depending where the break is. Okay, so keep your eyes open. Not really going to focus on long-term stuff at the moment, but you're looking for just trade the strategy with the trend. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.